Hey, before we begin, I just want to say a few things. First, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I have a lot of new people here after my last video, and I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I'm covering up the vest, by the way, because no spoilers, so you're just going to have to look at the album cover and watch the video, but thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. The response to my last video has been so wonderful, and I appreciate you all so much. Second, my pattern for the Eloise cardigan comes out today, so if you want to make that cardigan, I will insert some little photos right here. It is a made-to-measure advanced beginner pattern, and it's perfect for if you want to dress like a fairy or a witch or whatever you're feeling. And finally, if you like this and you want to make something similar, I'm going to be uploading this chart in multiple size ranges or like graph ranges. It's going to range from, I think, 100 stitches across to 210 stitches across. So that can be used in any kind of gauge that you'd like. If you want to use worsted yarn or bulky yarn or whatever you'd like. For this one, I'm going to be using fine weight yarn and 120 stitches across. I won't have a full pattern on it, but I will have the charts in multiple ranges, so you can use it for a top or a tote bag or a tapestry, whatever you want. Just make your gauge and do which one suits what you need. So yeah, without further ado, please enjoy the video. If you would like to make something similar yourself, I will have the charts on my Etsy, and I will have the Eloise cardigan pattern on my Etsy. Thank you for being here. Mwah. Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Emma, or Stitch by Emma, whatever you want to call me. And today I have good news and bad news. The good news is we are making a cunty little talking heads vest, okay? We are doing this album cover in vest form. The bad news is, though, that I filmed a lot of this earlier. I filmed a whole first clip where we did the back panel together and we chatted and we talked and it was a great time. And I think I literally forgot to hit record. I forgot to hit record on the video. So I looked everywhere for it in my recently deleted, in my, all of my albums. It just isn't there. So, oh my god, my hair does look kind of like horrible today. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I filmed this. We talked, we chatted, we did the ribbing on the front panel and everything. It's not there, but that's okay. Nobody wants to see me knit a flat back panel anyway. Like, boring, hello. We are now on the lettering of the vest. We skipped all the way to the first row of the letters. I've made a chart all by myself. Everybody clap. I made the chart through Stitch Fiddle. Everybody always wants to know what I use for my charts. That's what I use. So with this, I did like plug in a picture. However, it only gave a very, very loose guide of what it's actually going to look like. I had to do so much reconfiguring and fixing of this. It took me a couple days to get it right. So I'm very, very happy that it exists and I can use it now. The yarn we're using for this project is Barocco Vintage Sock. I initially wanted to use the Barocco Vintage in my stash. I have just regular Barocco Vintage. It's a worsted weight. But the swatch that I knit with the math showed that I would have to do like 80 stitches across to make it fit my bust, and that was way too small to fit the wording in, so I had to size down on my yarn if I wanted to size up on my text. Because the thing with graphs is, if you're not familiar with knitting or writing graphs, the smaller your stitches are going to be, the less pixelated your image is going to be. So if you have big stitches and you have a really specific image, it's probably not going to work because you're just not going to have enough space to like change your colors and make the picture really like big and stand out. You know, if you're using a smaller yarn, you can be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Precise. If you're using small yarns, you can be more precise with the picture that you're trying to make because your stitches are smaller, so your definition is smaller, and you get it. You get the gist. I'm super excited about this, but also super nervous because I've only done collar work one other time, and it wasn't the best. It wasn't great, but I don't know. I have faith in myself. You're never going to learn if you don't try anything, so you gotta just like take the plunge sometimes. And with all of this text just being at the top of the vest, it is only 14 rows of work. So like, that's not that bad. I can do that in a nighttime. My dilemma here is that I want to get this done by Friday. So I want to film a lot of my process though, and it's going to be dark soon, so I gotta stop yapping if I want to get this done. But I want to film the process, but I want to get it on the blocking board and done by tomorrow, which is going to mean finishing the lettering, fastening off, attaching the panels, and doing the sewing and doing the ribbing. The only thing that we're saving until post-blocking is the embroidery. As you can see, there is a little black outline on this album cover. And if I were to add that outline into the actual stitches, you would have to add another like 30-40 stitches in order to like make those one little individual outline pieces. and that just wasn't going to happen because that would make it way too big. It wouldn't fit me for the look I'm trying to go for. So I'm going to try and embroider it on top, but I want to do that once everything is done and it's in the proper shape it's supposed to be in. Hello?
Oh, guess what you're doing? Shucking corn.
Oh my god. This can go in the video.
Yeah?
You know? Yeah, you can hear you.
Oh my god.
Bye. No, you're fine. You're fine. My mom just came in to give me a picture of me shucking corn as a little kid, so we can enjoy this moment together. The thing about color work is I don't really actually know much about it. I should like research up a little bit more, but I don't really know the proper techniques to like tuck in the edges on the back here. I know that there are some, and I haven't looked into it yet, and that's my bad. So if you see the back of my project and you're like, oh my god, your edges are so long, and figure out, I'm not gonna figure it out. I'm just doing this for me right now. It's only 14 rows. We'll be fine. I'll live. I'll be fine. Hey, it's me, and I'm going to lose my mind. So you know how I was telling you, like, oh my god, I did 120 stitches instead of 80, and it looks so good and not pixelated? Well, guess what? This whole time the chart was for 150, and my vest is 120 stitches across, so I realized I had, like, TLAK all left, and only, like, 6 stitches left on the needles, so I freaked out, and now I have to go make a whole new chart, and I'm going to go insane. I'm gonna go insane. I guess the silver lining in all of this, like, as you'll see at the beginning of the video, I'm going to say that this is available for a pattern, or the chart pattern. I'm going to release it in, like, multiple sizes, so I guess that the silver lining is that one of the sizes is already done, and I don't have to go do that again, but, like, I have to start over. Not start over the whole thing, I just have to start over the color work, which is, like, fine, I guess. Annoying, but fine. Okay, welcome to day 2. I have very good news. I remade the chart, and it's perfect now. I started doing the coloring, and literally, it's looking so good so far. Like, I only have 4 or 5 rows left of it, and I'm gonna finish it right now, and low-key, because of the way the stitches look when I change colors, I might not even need to embroider an outline because it might just kind of, like, naturally do its thing. So, I mean, you can look at it. Let me know what you know. Let me know what you think. But it's gonna be done by the time I post this. So regardless, like, you can tell me your opinion, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna be able to take it into account. Let's finish this up right now, and then I will show you what the whole panel looks like when it's done. I'm so pumped. Good morning, it's the next day, coming to you live from my pajamas. I look an absolute mess. I, like, popped 2 zits on my face last night. I know, don't tell me not to do it, it just happened, and my dog scratched me with her bone on my cheek. So I tried so hard to, like, cover up the spots. I'm not trying to, like, point it out and be like, oh my god, tell me you can't see them, but, like, I'm just letting you know, if I look extra rough, that's why. And I come bearing great news. Okay, so last night I went to show my dad the vest because I finished the lettering and it looked so good. And when I picked it up, I, like, dropped a bunch of stitches off the needles because I thought that I was in between rows, but I wasn't. I had done, like, 5 stitches of a row, and then a bunch of them fell off, and then, like, undid only, like, the last 2 down multiple rows. So I had to sit and I had to frog it, and oh my god, it was a disaster. It was so not fun, but check it. It's a little big, I think, but the thing is, it's gonna have that shoulder pad look. It's gonna have that 80s shoulder pad look a little bit. All I need to do is rib the sleeves so that we kind of, like, jut out the rest of the lettering here. And I have to do that on both sides because my chart was for exactly 120 stitches, so all we have is, like, one piece of red on the end that separates it from the rest of it, if that makes sense. But the neckline turned out so damn good. I literally just did this neckline right now. I was watching an episode of Marvelous Miss Maisel with my mom. She's never seen it. I've seen it. I'm rewatching it with her. I whipped this up and I didn't count any stitches really. It literally just, I guessed, and just hoped and prayed that it was going to end up fitting my head and be the perfect amount, and it was. So it kind of is more of a baby tee than a vest, which is fine. Hold on. Here's a little bit of a better view, but I think we'll get that shoulder pad look once we rib up the sleeves, and once we block it, it'll stretch down a little bit more, definitely giving it a little bit more of, like, a, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of anything else except for shoulder pads, so I guess that's what we're going for. Y'all, I'm blocking this. Always hand wash your reds. Look at this. Look at the water. Oh my god. like wash it a couple times because this is gonna shed like crazy if you wash it with other clothes first. We got a fit check for the day here. Pause, break for the fit check. This is my twirling skirt. It's from Depop. The brand is Modaland. And the top I got a really long time ago on Shein, but I'm being sustainable and not throwing it away because I'm trying to be a good person. Woohoo! Okay, y'all, let's pick it up now. Ta-da! She's black, she's done. We have to take her off the board, try it on, and pray. That's about it. I should have like gotten ready and like done my makeup on camera because we were gonna just like chat and then also we're gonna style this, of course. It's not a video if we don't style it. But I'm kind of nervous because like I said, I wanted this to be a fitted little vest with like kind of a turtleneck. However, that all went out the window when I realized my gauge swatch just like wasn't accurate. After I made panel number 1, ooh, we got some loop stitches. After I made the first panel of this, when I did the math, 120 stitches across, that should have exactly fit my bust, but it ended up so much bigger. And I don't know why. I don't know if I like made my gauge swatch super tight and then when I made this, it just like wasn't, which I mean, it makes sense because like your tension when you're knitting a tiny swatch, you know, it's different than when you get a full span of it all, but I don't know. I was really excited about this and now I'm a little bit less excited because it's not going to be exactly what I envisioned in my head, which I know like shit happens, but we have to sew in these ends, try it on. Oh my god, I tried to pull it off and there was still a pin on the board. That was a close one. Okay, it's really cool though. It's really cute. It might have more of like a muscle tee baby tee look than a vest, but we're gonna figure it out. I have like one darning needle that I use to sew in every single end I've ever done, and I lose it every single time. I see it! It was on the floor, of course. I actually can't believe that I completed my goal to like do this by the end of the week because it's only Thursday right now. That means I can have this up by Friday and we're all good. I'm really excited because my next pattern comes out tomorrow or today if you're watching this on Friday. Eloise cardigan is out. I'll probably put an announcement at the beginning of the video, TBH, just so I can try and direct you guys over there. I'm really excited about this. Honestly, I'm kind of expecting it to flop, I'm not gonna lie, simply because the Instagram algorithm that used to push my posts out to like 100,000 people when I released a pattern is like, what if we showed it to 1,000? They're like, wouldn't it be awesome if 1% of your followers saw your post? Would that be so cool? It's so sad. Greed is killing art. Greed of social media platforms and large corporations is killing small businesses, and I hate it. Anyway, nobody wants to hear about that. Let's talk about the talking heads instead. My dad is like obsessed with David Byrne. He always is like, oh my god, if I could sing like this, like my life would be complete. And we listen to them all the time. All the time. When I showed him that I was gonna make this vest, he was so excited. He just kept going on like, wait till you see Emma's new project. Wait till you see what Emma's making. Which makes me happy that like he's excited to see what I'm gonna make. Honestly, a lot of these ends I don't feel like sewing in at the moment, so I'm just gonna kind of like trim them down so you can't see them outside the vest, and then I'll sew them in later. What I'm thinking right now, because this is a little bit baggier than I was expecting, is maybe we can style it with like a belt around the waist, and we still kind of get that like 80s goth look a little bit, and we can still do like the long black skirt, the spiky hair, the spiky bun, if I can figure that out, and then we just kind of cinch the waist in with a belt. Maybe? What do we think? My stress levels are honestly so high right now. Like I'm trying to de-stress by doing this, but like I've got the pattern release tomorrow and somebody hit my car last night. I wish that I could like style this with like a little music montage, but unfortunately, I don't know how any copyright works on YouTube at all. I just don't know how it works. And also I'm scared. And I also don't think I would even know how to like edit that into my video. So maybe we'll just have to like voice over it. I'm sorry. Let's see, what other ends we got? We have to talk TV shows for a second. Is anybody watching the Pretty Little Liars Original Sin reboot? Because I just finished the last episode of it. I don't know why. I watched it with my coffee this morning. I literally watched like a slasher serial killer show at 8 o'clock in the morning with my cup of coffee while I wake up. I don't think it's as bad as people were saying at all. I kind of enjoy it. I think it's kind of a good show, low key, but I'm very easily entertained. But the weirdest thing for me is if you watch it, there's like one guy who's like the absolute worst, right? He's talking about like, oh, it's so hard for like young white guys to break into the industry, to break into the film industry. And he's just like annoying. And spoilers, skip ahead 10 seconds if you don't want to know this, but like he's one of the killers in the end. He's trying to make a movie like literally killing people because it's just so hard to break into the industry right now. So he's got to like kill somebody, right? Stupid. But anyway, he is played by Derek Klena. And if you don't know who Derek Klena is, he is pretty big in the Broadway world. And I know him from Broadway because I'm a big musical theater geek. So he has never played anything that is not like a heartthrob. Like he has played all of these like Disney princes and like very whimsical men. And it just, at least from what I know, I'm thinking of Anastasia right now. Definitely played like good guys. Good guys who are supposed to be like handsome and kind, and for the most part, right? As far as I know he played Tommy Ross in Carrie the Musical, and I know that because I was in Carrie the Musical as Carrie. So I like remember listening to his recordings all the time, and he has just very Disney Prince-esque voice. But anyway, we're going on a tangent here, but it's weird to see him playing a character that's like the fucking worst, because I'm used to him saving Princess Anastasia. There's this line, if anybody here is familiar with Carrie the Musical, I love you. But there's this line in the show where they're singing a song, and one girl feels really bad because she like bullied Carrie, okay? And if you don't know Carrie, it's the same Carrie that's like the Stephen King, she gets the blood dumped on her at prom, okay? And she's singing, and she's like, I feel so bad about everything we did to Carrie. And she's like, Tommy, I feel so bad. We were hurting Carrie. And she's like, I don't know what to do. And he goes, apologize. And she goes, apologize? Tommy, that's genius. And I remember we'd always used to make fun of it and be like, you didn't think to apologize on your own? You needed your boyfriend to go tell you to apologize to her? And we're like, oh my god, this is horrible writing, but it's so fun. It's a fun show with fun music. Even if this very intelligent girl is supposed to be part of her character, like, did not think to apologize when her whole character arc is supposed to be that, like, she's the kind one, she's the nice one, but she's not nice until she's told to apologize. Weird. See, this is the part of like knitting that I don't need to focus on, and I can just like chat while I'm doing it. If I'm doing like literally anything else, I'm worried I'm gonna like tuck a stitch if I'm not looking at it, or I'm worried that I'm gonna like mess up ribbing or a lace pattern or something if I'm not like incredibly focused. With sewing and ends, there's not much you gotta focus on. I won't lie. I don't enjoy sewing and ends. I think it sucks. I know some people find it relaxing. I'm not really one of those people. I'm impatient. When my piece is done and all I have to do are these little finishing touches, I just want to wear it. I'm over it. Did it turn out exactly how I wanted? No. However, I really like it. I love it. This is so cute. Oh my god. Okay, so we need to style it. The way the text falls, the arms kind of like how do I put this into words? You need to stretch out your arms to read the whole thing. You got to do a little pose, but sometimes outfits that you need to pose in to look perfect make them extra cunty. I don't know. That's just the rules. I think it looks so sick, and I think it gets the point across. I think if you saw this, you would be like, "Oh, that's Talking Heads." Like you would know. You would know. And the thing is, if you don't know, you're not going to know anyway. So like my target audience, they'll understand. You guys, it is so hard to get a good, well-lit, full-body shot in this economy. And by in this economy, I mean I don't have a camera. I have my phone and a tripod and a microphone from Amazon for like $25. If you've seen any of my videos or pictures on Instagram ever, this plant has just been repotted. It used to completely fall over the side because it was so heavy. I got the plant summer going into college in August 2021, okay? So it's almost been 3 years since I had it. When I drove it home for summer, I underestimated how hot it was, and the sun through the window of the car literally beat down and killed all the leaves on it except for one. And I cried because I thought it was dead. I brought it back to life. It is back to life and is growing new roots and everything, so we repotted it, got it a new home, Sorry, I'm very passionate about my plants, and I'm so sorry that I cannot get a decent shot here. I don't want you to see how messy everything is. Does this work? Kind of, I guess? We can sit down here and do hair and makeup while we try and figure out something else. Okay, so I want the hair up. I want a messy little bun, okay? Something that's kind of like grungy. Yeah, let's pull that shit out. Oh yeah. That looks horrendous. I don't know what I'm going for here. I don't know if I can make the vision happen. Yeah. You see the messiness a little bit. I don't want it to look like, messy bun Tumblr era. I want it to look messy bun, I don't know, just not that. Ready? Accessories. These are my go-to earrings. They're from Urban Outfitters. I got them on sale a while ago, and after I got them, I would just wear them like 24/7. And because they are like from Urban and inherently kind of like cheap, they are like the paint is coming off a little bit, but not much. Like you can still tell that they're silver. I'm much more of a gold girl myself, personally, but these speak to me. I like them. Here's the thing, I want to style this with my heels, but if I do put my heeled boots on, you won't be able to see me at all. Back it up, back it up. I may just need to go to a new location. I don't think the lighting in here is gonna work. We're in the living room now. Got a close up on the vest, the belt, and then we got it with the skirt. I'm digging this look. Now just picture it, you know what? I'll get the heels. Wait, even better. You can style this with the heeled boots when winter rolls around, but for now, Paloma wool spiral sandals to match my earrings. Okay, I found these on Depop for like so cheap. So much cheaper than they were selling them in the store. Can we get the whole look in one? There we go. One day I'm gonna have a camera and no one's gonna be able to stop me. Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ba 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 better run, 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 run away. Oh. Alright, I think that just about wraps up everything I want to do with this vest for now, besides take some photos. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you like it. I hope you like the vest. And if you want to make something similar, I will have the charts up on my Etsy very soon, hopefully by today. If not, then tomorrow. And if you're watching this anywhere past like June 22nd, it'll be there. So, yeah, I hope you like the vest and like, sub, do whatever you want to do. I will see you next week. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to be great. I promise. Bye.